Hey you guys, this is Truth Seeker jumping back on here, honey, because I wanted to give my 2 cents about the show, The Sisterhood. Um, I had not been commenting on the show. I kind of been going to people's YouTube pages and just kind of chiming in on the conversation that they had started. One in particular I was going to, but for some reason my comments inflamed the person whose, page it was. She's a big fan of Dominique, and she's a devout Christian, and she just love her some Dominique, and don't you say nothing about Dominique. So basically I had to get my own page up here, video, and so that I can say something sometime about Miss Dominique and whomever else. It's something about having your own. I'm a person who people really takes to heart what I say. A person can say something to you and you just brush it off, but when I say something, it's like the house is falling down, the end of the world. And it's like, it's always been that way. I have to be very careful what I say to people. They really take it to heart. So I just decided to put up my own video so I can say whatever I want to say. Whatever my opinion is, I'm going to say it. At first I wasn't going to watch this show. This is episode 5 I'm speaking on. And but I decided I was going to watch it, because it looked a bit ratchety, to me, like they were going to be acting up, not representing Christianity, well, which yeah, for those who see the show, you already know. So I'm not gonna be long. I'm just going to jump to the meat of it all, and potatoes of where I want to go with it. If you guys have any comments or anything, definitely put them below, or any questions on what I think about whatever part I have not touched on. But we have this is episode 5, where Lady Christina is having this fundraiser for their church and everything. So it's centered around that. I wanted to get into Pastor Tara and her planning her son's bar mitzvah Christian, coming into party and everything, and birthday party. It's a little different, but I don't find any fault in it, me personally, and I do know the word well, and I just don't see where it's anything extreme, or oh my goodness, to be condemning them for. I do like them. I like Pastor Tara and Pastor Brian. I would definitely go to their church, and actually I watched a couple of their Phenomenal Life videos on YouTube, and I liked them. I felt it was coming from a genuine place. I do feel like they are as is. They're genuine. It's not like I don't see that they're being fake about what they believe or where their stance is. At first, in the beginning, Pastor Tara looked as if they made her look as if she was just this overly, overdoing it, and as if it was fake. It was in a fake way, but she's sincere, based off what I'm seeing and everything. I see that she is an as is, Christian, as is person. Nothing wrong with that, Yeah, we all have hang-ups. We all have things that we can tweak in our Christian walk and everything, but at least she's dedicated. She's really trying to teach and everything. But anyway, they want to throw this party, this kind of party of her thoughts in her mind of what she wants, a presidential party for her son. I don't see anything wrong with that, and quite frankly, I didn't like the party planner. She was looking at Pastor Tara and them like, and with this, she needed to be more professional. I definitely wouldn't hire her to do my party. I mean, not everybody is cookie cutter party having the same. She needs to learn how to deal with different ideas and projects. You know, as long as those people have that money, they're going to pay for it. Honey, you better work your magic, wave your magic wand, fairy wand, and get it done, honey. Get it done. Do it. You're being paid. Moving on to Pastor Tara's thoughts and her dreams and her calling out that her son is going to be the first Jewish black president. Oh, honey, do it. Does not the Bible say, speak those things that are not as if they were, honey? You have to speak life over your children. Speak prosperity. You know, it's so much that parents are doing to their children to bring them down and discourage them. I'm happy to see that, you know, a parent is putting, you know, much stock in their children and hopes, instilling hope, sowing hope, you know, into the situation instead of just depression and hopelessness. So I don't see a problem with that. Everybody is all up in there. So, oh my goodness, you know, she just going too far now. It's just she's reaching too high. No, no. I would say the same thing about my child. I would want that same vision for my child as well. You know, there's nothing wrong with speaking that, you know, and trying to work towards that. Groom and prime and prim them for that. What's wrong with that? You know, at least he's going to be Christian. You know, you definitely want to sow positivity into a child's life. You know, and that's where I stand with that. I like them. I like that family a lot. Pastor and the lady, I can't even get their names together. The ones that like to talk about their sex life, and the husband dressing up like a hunter and coming after her in the t-shirt. I don't see you doing. I don't need all that. It's to the point where I done forgot their names on purpose because I was trying to forget all of that they said and was doing before my eyesight. I didn't need to see that. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't put that on the that's what I want to see list when I turn to that channel. I didn't blotted their names out of the book of my mind because they just they went so far left. So ain't nobody got time for that, what they doing and what they talking about. I don't want to hear that. So I'm just gonna move on from that because, honey, mess, a hot mess is what they are. And I don't have any intentions on trying to remember their names because blot it out. Moving on, Dominique and her husband had their little church service and everything. I thought it was cute to have the kids, you know, handing out the flyers and things, you know, for their little service, and they had it, and Lady Christina was there, you know, playing usheress. And then they was up there, Pastor Dominique up there preaching and got all that mess and hell going on and coming out of her pores and out of her spirit. You know, get somewhere and sit down is just what you need to do, sweet pea. Sit down, sit yourself down. Not ready. And in my personal opinion, I believe she only married that man for some type of prosperity and financial security. You know, oh, I'm marrying a pastor. You know, we gonna have this congregation. You know, we gonna be pastors and we gonna get the people's money. And you know, I just think it's the wrong type of attitude. You know, she want to leave her husband because, honey, she want to get out here and be wild. She want to get in these streets, get back out here. She feeling the itch. The enemy is talking to her in her ear, trying to get her to put away her husband so she can go out and act up, you know, the way that she used to. She want to dig up that old man in her that she buried and go back to doing into the world what she was doing. And that's plain and simple. And she have no right, no way that she should be in front of anybody trying to preach and teach. She need to get somewhere and sit down, get some more Jesus in her life. And that's not only for her, but many people. You know, of course we all need Jesus, but when you talking about getting up and having a church, building a church, and wanting to, you know, speak, you know, into people, but your spirit is corrupt. You know, your spirit is hainty, honey. You need to sit down and grow some more. Get healing first. Don't let nobody stumble off into your mess, okay? I can see her now fighting in the church, you know, trying to fight somebody, you know, in her own church. God knew what he was doing when he disassembled that mess. You know, he can rebuild it, but it has to be built right, on the right foundation. And right now, Sweet Pea, your church, you're not building it on the right foundation because you is full of mess right now, and messiness. Hot messiness. Moving on to getting on Sister Christina. She went and she sat there just to see what was going on, checking out any potential competition. I'm sure she not really supporting her because she went right on camera after the thing talking about she need to take her own advice. You know, messy, honey. Messy. Yes. Of course she does need to take her own advice. I'm with her there. But from the spirit that was coming out from Sister Christina, Lady Christina, it was full of mess. And I just want to add, I just want to go back to the last episode at the table. I was watching and I did see Lady Christina start that argument between Pastor Delana and Dominique. She brought that up. Dominique, of course, fed into it and acted a plumb dumb fool. Speaking on that, I wasn't offended by that plantation sign. Get over it, honey. I highly doubt and did not see that spirit in Pastor Delana that she was racist. And I'm glad she stood her ground with Dominique. You know, honey, I'm not taking it down. I'm not racist. Get over it. Get over yourself. Deal with it. And we all going to be good. I love Pastor Delana. You know, she's not going to have that foolishness. And I commend her for that. No, she doesn't, you know, show up with them and deal with them like that. I mean, no. You don't walk in foolishness. And that's what you have when you have Dominique in the group. Just foolishness. She the ringleader of ignorance. Okay? Poster child for just crazy, deranged. So anyway, moving on to these dresses, honey. Lady Christina put on that dress looking like a Golden Globe award. Just some sort of, you know what. Anyway, honey, Sister Tara, baby, don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. The one that I done blotted out, that one, she looked all right, you know, cute. Miss Thing, Dominique, honey, coming in looking like Catwoman, you know, looking for Bruce Wayne. What was you thinking, honey? What was going on in your mind when you put that on? Something in the mirror, when you was in the mirror in the bathroom, just putting it on, honey. You should have said, you know, I want to put this on. I want to, you know, wear this tonight. And then something should have said, better not. But you did it anyway. Honey, you looked exactly terrible. A hot mess. So, don't do that no more. That's all. You put this in the airwaves. Don't do it no more. Truth Seeker said that. Don't do it. You look a hot mess. For what? For why? Nobody else had a mask on. Nobody else was. You was doing the most. And for why? It ain't all about you all the time, boo-boo. Get somewhere and sit down. That's what you do. You know. You know what? I'm just gonna pause. I want that to marinate. You can't just. What was you doing? What be in the minds of folks? Just being extra. Just sometimes you just got to be like, all right, I'm over it. You know, sometimes I have a moment, and that was my moment. Okay. Anyway. I'm done. Y'all, at the end of this thing, it was just basically a nostalgic feeling that Pastor Dominique had with her husband, and that was nice, you know, so hopefully they're able to work it out, you know. So I pray for them. Pray for their marriage, pray for their peace and their man, and I pray for that Pastor Dominique just get it together, honey. All of them. And I pray that it be not so much drama making us Christians look bad in the next episode. I hope that spirit, that evil spirit in Dominique quiet down for another episode so we can have some peace. All right, with that being said, I gotta go. Y'all take care. Be a blessing to one another. Blessings to you all. Go get your blessing, you guys. It's your time. Bye. Thanks for listening.